Yeah, you see this video about an anime. It goes by the name of My Gift, low 9,999 unlimited gacha, Backstabbed in Backwater Dungeon, I'm out for revenge. Episode 12 directions now going to commence. Alright, this is honestly this season's, well, at least the moment of this recording, it would be this season's favorite anime for me. I had no idea about. Yeah, Speech. Point is, I've really enjoyed it quite a bit. More Ocarina of Time. More Ocarina summoning stuff. He permanently killed it. Well, that's unfortunate for you guys. That's unfortunate though, I kinda like the little Ocarina. I would have gotten the item. Flex, of course. Phantasma class. Genesis class. Yeah. I mean, I don't know, are you coping or something? What's happening? Break it as well, please. I'm tired of this stupidity. Is he gonna one-shot kill the guy as well? I think you should let him live and just break the shield. Yeah. So it's incredible that the shield was able to block it for a little bit. I am impressed by that. What's gonna happen now? Maestro. Sure, why would he let you go? Magical item. It's an item? That is negated? Oh, he probably negated it? Pretty awkward for you, I presume? Very unfortunate. Oh, it's actually kinda stupid of you that you didn't test out that earlier for a superior species. Yeah, that's lovely. And do they all carry? I feel like you're definitely overkilling unnecessarily here, Light, but sure. Well, no, revenge is necessary, kinda in the title. Oh? Ooh, that's a great revenge for Sasha. Yeah. Oh? Is that so? What about the humans? You were saying they were cattle. Well, at least now things are fair. Wow! Yeah, sure. Yeah, probably a good idea. Frankly, better just click that than what they were about. Ooh. Briars. How delightful. Ooh. Fun. Probably gonna be relevant in the future. Well, if we get there for a season 2. I hope we do. I really enjoyed this. Yeah. Listen, this guy thinks of humanity as literally cattle and animals, so I don't care. I have so many things to say about this anime. I'm excited to talk about them. Wrong choice. They did. You really are going for the worst possible option, lady. Yeah. Oh, she's a beastmaster. How fun. I don't think that's the relaxing thing she wants to hear. And that's why it gave the right to trample on others? Sure. Yeah. Yeah, I fainted. Fair enough. I do think it was definitely worth it though when it comes to... Yeah, that's why it feels weird for him to use that one. Okay, and see others. I gotcha. It really felt unnecessary to use.
Later.
Oh, we're massacring the species! Fun. You didn't expect we're going with that. Oh wait, maybe it's just a warning. No. The Wicked Witch of the Tower. Oh. Yeah? I am curious what game Light is actually trying to play here. We'll see. Okay. thankfully if you shoot outside of the city. Speciesism is very much so justified. Overworld also feels very familiar in certain aspects here. I mean, what if the knights couldn't do anything? I don't know what you are expecting here. Oh, so she's mostly a magician that uses nature magic? Notice how I genuinely don't feel even remotely bad. They've done a good job in this show to make me feel zero empathy towards the other non-human species. Ara, wow. Always interesting to hear. Yeah, read the mind. What are you gonna find out here? Oh. Ooh. Ah, that's annoying. I actually really want to see how that's gonna go. I do think though eventually we'll get the lesson that humans can be just as cruel though.
A few minutes later.
That's good. Do you want to rule the world? Yeah. Ooh. You're just gonna turn the non-human nations into ash. Oh, you know what, Light? Good. I'm glad. And it's after the revenge, which is important. Like, literally not. Listen, it's one of those things where, if you're the Gojo of the universe, no. If anything, more likely your dream is too small. Probably a little bit of both. Yeah. The friends that you created are obligated to follow your rules and just serve you, which is in itself is an interesting thing I can talk about. But anyway, yeah, there is so much to this. Yeah, honestly, I genuinely love the show. I think I might do a tier list video where I like doing tier lists videos about the characters because it gives me a good opportunity to explain my opinions on every single character, how they influence the story, just overall world. But what I have to say is that I'm terrified that because of the title and the thumbnail, this show is not gonna get season 2. But I really hope I'm wrong because I really enjoyed it. I think it has an insane amount of potential. There is a lot of story opportunity for Light, all the characters around him, the creatures that his friends, as he called them. Are they really his friends? Are they NPCs that are obligated to do anything and everything he wants? That's how it feels like. They're just brilliant NPCs that do anything and everything he wants. However, there was also the interesting thing about Gungnir being this legendary weapon that's even dangerous for him. So who knows? I'm really unsure as to where and how this thing is going to develop. Also, what in the world was going to happen if Light discovered this ability? Like, literally a minute before they tried to...
Sure.
What was going to occur? Genuinely, there is literally an infinite amount of possibilities to how things could have went badly or well or mediocrely. I don't know. It's interesting. Talking about things going interestingly, him building this new kingdom as the development and the decision he came up to at the end after getting a little bit of his revenge. I really do not know what's going to be happening. I'm certain he has to get some humans he despises as well. Because I hope they're not gonna go with just... Because often, I do think shows and movies that do this are stupid. Where you make the humans just the evil conquerors, etc. There's basically no good humans. I hope they don't do the exact same thing here. Not just... Well, as I said, I don't care if they slaughter all the elves, so on and so forth. They've done a good job of making me hate them. Like, literally even the children are horrible beings from what we've seen. Nia and Kier, whatever their names were, those things, they got decimated and they were horrible. They were using a human as a just trash through and through. Every single one of those guys. So the most curious things to me are we gonna get anyone from a different race that actually is a good person and might want to join Light's cause? And the second one is how are the other races gonna be reacting? Even Sasha said that the Draconute, or whatever is the name of that race, they're absurdly powerful, truly the strongest, because that was the leader, so on and so forth. So if that's the case, what does that mean? How strong are they, at least in comparison to everyone else? Now that we got Hardy, who was apparently at level 3000 elf, that gives me a pretty good perspective. Now I'm believing that with their probably going to be there's going to be an overworld situation where the weakest people from Light's group, I mean, there's some people that are 1500, so yeah, it already is the case. Just in general, there is plenty of people that can defeat most of the people from Light's group. And by there's plenty of people, I mean 20 or 10 people. But sure, they're never touching Light or any of his top 10 even, let's say. Genuinely, there is so many opportunities, so many intriguing directions this story can go. I also really enjoyed the animation. Once again, there's still this mystery of what's a maestro, why do the other kingdoms want it, why in the world would they risk actually pissing off a maestro if it is the truly most powerful thing ever. It feels very stupid to do, but anyway, I really don't know. There was also some brilliant poetic justice of Sasha experiencing. Basically, she experienced the exact beat for beat thing she did to Light. And thankfully enough, Harry was the biggest reason she was able to go through such a horrible experience. Now, the only thing is, I feel like Light can, I don't know, I was gonna say maybe he can go even worse on his revenge on the people like the dog guy and the elf, but you know, maybe he's done enough. Maybe it's one of those things where if he goes even harder, he might truly try and drown the world in despair and such a thing. So yeah, probably a good thing to leave it at that. In any case though, I really did enjoy this. I really am looking forward to seeing more, but for now, if you enjoyed the season, let's do that. Yes, subscribe to my channel there, and I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did.